Donnie and Dolly. The team is supported by ableauctions.ca. Closing your business? We can help.
It's Thursday, and all today's guests, including Ian Furness, KJR Sports Radio, Kraken Hockey Network, standing by. Brought to you by the Vancouver Giants, celebrating anniversary 25. Saturday, Giants take on Parker Alcos and the Edmonton Oil Kings at the LEC. Puck drop 7. Also, a reminder, Rick, to get your tickets now for the Teddy Bear Toss game against Victoria, Saturday, December 13th. Visit VancouverGiants.com for ticket info. Seahawks, Rams on Sunday, 2-7 and 2 teams on top of the NFC West, among other things going on in Seattle. Joining us now to talk about that and more, Ian Furness, KJR Sports Radio, Kraken Hockey Network. Ian, thanks for doing this, sir. How are you?
I'm good, fellas. I'm good. How are you guys doing?
Lovely. Very well. You got teddy bear toss down there, Thunderbirds?
Oh, you know what? Well, yeah, let me go back. I saw that. You know, shout out to my guy, Ron Toigo. I think actually Toigo started that in Tri-Cities, the teddy bear toss. I'm pretty sure in about 90. When did he buy the team? He bought the team in about 92-ish, I believe, is when Toigo bought the Tri-City Americans. And if I'm not mistaken, the Tri-City Americans were the first ones to do the teddy bear toss, followed by the Portland Winterhawks, and now it's become a thing across hockey. And I could be wrong, but I'm going to go with that story.
December 15th, 1993, the first Kamloops Blazers.
No, there's no chance they did something first.
Kamloops Blazers. I just Googled it.
Not a chance. There's not. The Google's wrong. I'm telling you right now.
Ian.
First of all, in '93 in Kamloops, weren't they still playing in the old building? There's no way there would have been 200 teddy bears. Come on.
They were in their new building because they won the Memorial Cup. That was Rennie Hitchcock. And
I know. I called that game. I did that game on the radio. Yeah, I know. I'm just giving Toigo credit. I'm giving Toigo credit for something other than the pirate pack at White Spot, all right? Give me a break. I'm rarely nice to the guy, so, I'm going to give him credit for that. What do you got? What's going on? What's happening?
Okay.
Go Americans.
Yeah. Seahawks. 44-22 over the Cardinals. Before we talk about the Rams, 2 early defensive touchdowns. What makes this Seattle defense so effective? What are the talks of the NFL these days?
It's the coach. Simple as that. Honestly, it's the coach, Mike McDonald. They hired him in. Ben Johnson was hired in Chicago because he's a great offensive mind, and the year before that, Seattle hired Mike McDonald because he's a great defensive mind, and he proved that in Baltimore, before that University of Michigan. But young defensive mind, very creative in what he does defensively, and he's playing without the middle of his defense right now in a sense. No Jaron Reed on the defensive line, no Ernest Jones, the middle linebacker, and no Julian Love, the safety. So it's remarkable what he's doing, but he schemes things up. They blitz when you don't expect. They don't blitz at a high rate, but when they do, they get home. Tyrese Knight was a starter last year and was hurt and had a little heart issue and some other things going on this year. He comes back and was, I joked about it Monday. If it was a hockey game, it would have been, DeMarcus Lawrence with the goal assisted by Tyrese Knight on both, So it was something else. And they put that team away early. And it was nice to see. I think Sam Darnold just threw the 2 passes in the second half. So, nice win.
Yeah, so they go into Los Angeles, and we talk about the Seattle defense. What are you looking for when it comes to that matchup, Seattle's defense against Matt Stafford and the Rams offense?
I mean, it's a great battle. Yeah. And I'd say it's a good battle on the other side with the Seattle offense against the Rams defense, which has been so good too. These two teams mirror each other, Donnie. To be honest with you, they're very, very similar in a lot of ways. Both quarterbacks playing at a high level. Stafford's a Hall of Famer. He's a future Hall of Famer. Doesn't throw interceptions, doesn't make mistakes. He's not the most mobile guy, but he's kind of like, remember Ben Roethlisberger, kind of a bigger quarterback that was able to slide step and move around. And, it was hard guy to bring down. He gets rid of the ball quick, so it's going to be hard to cause those fumbles or turnovers and so forth with him. And we've been doing it down here all week, guys, looking at it, breaking it down, numbers here, this, that. Let's just get to Sunday because, honestly, it's just looking like it 2 teams in the mirror. And arguably the 2 best teams right now in the NFC as well.
Yeah, okay, and then let's talk about the road record. We know what the new coach has done on the road since he arrived in Seattle. And this year, the Seahawks 4-0. What do you attribute this success away from Seattle, Ian?
Well, I think it's honestly – it's as simple, honestly, as they're a good football team.
Yeah.
I mean, and they've been playing great football since the bye week last year. And, it depends on who you play on the road. Last year, part of it, listen, one of those games last year was against the Rams team, week 18. It meant nothing to the Rams. They sat everybody. Stafford didn't play. Nakua didn't play. All those guys versed and everybody. So, who knows if it would have lasted, into this season, because that game was a nothing burger for the Rams. But no, I think we can overcomplicate things in sports often. I think they're just a really good football team, and home field advantage maybe doesn't mean as much as it used to in the NFL. It certainly hasn't in Seattle like it used to, although they're getting back to that the last couple of games, so maybe it is. But SoFi is also an interesting place, guys. I had the opportunity to cover, the first 3 or 4 games down there with Seattle and the Rams in that building. The first one was weird because it was Tuesday night football. If you remember, it was the 2021's, like, everything got pushed back with COVID. So that was odd. We went in there and thought, boy, this is a great stadium, but it's weird because there's not a lot of Rams fans here. It's almost neutral site. Then the next couple that we covered down there, it felt the same. LA is just a bad sports town. It's just a bad sports town. And there will be a lot of Seattle fans in that stadium on Sunday. And it's also one I tell people, if you want to go to a game on the road, that's a fun game to go to. That stadium's kind of cool. It's weird. Kind of dips down. It's dug out of the ground. But I think in this case, and it's turning into that in the NFL. There's a lot of places that fans travel. The NFL fan travels, and if your team's not very good, teams take over. I'm not sure if the Rams have ever played a true home game there. I think there's always a lot of other fans coming in. I know this. We covered a Chargers game there, I think 2022 maybe, 2023, one of those 2 years. And it was almost entirely Seattle. I mean, the Chargers have no fans in L.A. When they moved from San Diego. It was, they chased the dollar bill. I get it, but it'll be fun. Listen to the atmosphere. Listen carefully to the atmosphere. I think it's going to sound a lot more like a bowl game in college. Kind of like a split crowd. So it'll be fun. Yeah.
All right, let's talk about your hockey club, third in the Pacific Division. Hey, the goals against is really, really good. You got to be happy with that, but not the goals for. One of the lowest scoring teams in the NHL. They got to be on that market right now. And, the Canucks are looking for, a second-line center, but Seattle's got to be out there looking for help for the offense.
I think they're looking for somebody on the wing, Rick. And you know better. You know better than I do who's available. They've got to get a guy that can finish. Having McCann out's really hurting this team. I mean, he's a true finisher.
Kakko
he really
too.
Is. Yeah. Well, he's back and he hasn't done anything. He's pointless since he came back. And Tolvanen's got 1 goal this year. He was a 20-plus goal guy last year without even playing on the power play. Now he's on the power play. He scored 1 goal. They've just got to find it. Wayne Lambert said it yesterday. He'll probably say it again today. They've got to be more. They got to be more selfish, I should say. Of all things, you've got a lot of guys with a pass-first mentality. Even the game against Columbus the other night, it was just they're making the perfect pass, these seam passes where there's traffic and it's not going to get through, and just shoot the puck, man. Like they were going against little Jet Greaves, I mean, come on, fire the puck. That team was sick. They were tired. Greaves had to play the second half of a back-to-back because Merzlikins was not feeling good, and they just made too many passes and weren't enough shooting the puck. Some guys just have to find the back of the net. Marchman scored a goal opening night, and he hasn't scored since. I mean, it's kind of mind-boggling. At some point, you kind of think that those numbers are going to turn around, but they've got to be more selfish. Is kind of the message being sent from the coach.
Quickly, are the Mariners going to sign Pete Alonso?
That's a lot. They've got to sign Naylor first, Donnie. I think before anything happens. Yeah, before anything. I mean, Naylor's the guy. And now, if that's the rumblings and stuff that we're hearing, then it means that maybe their negotiations with Naylor aren't going great. Which are probably not officially underway yet. But Naylor's the priority. He's the number 1 priority. Polanco's the number 2 priority if they can get him for a decent price as a DH. And Gino's probably a distant number 3. If they come out of this offseason and they don't have Naylor and Polanco, or at least one of those 2 guys, I think it's a failure. But I think Naylor's priority number 1. They got to get the Canadian under contract. He was a huge catalyst, and he's what they need. Yeah. They have a lineup that is a bunch of guys that hit home runs. Naylor's a guy that hits, 280 in doubles for the most part. And they need that. Honestly, it sounds odd. They need that in their lineup. That's a guy, and he plays a decent first base, good base runner. They need him.
Yeah. Well, as Canadian, he'd know all about the history of the teddy bear toss, too. So right there.
I'm doing a deep dive as soon as we're off here. I'm not giving Kamloops credit. I'm not giving the Blazers credit because that would have been Bob Brown back then, and there's no way that he's the Grinch, for God's sakes. There's no chance. I'm not
Don't
giving him
shoot
credit.
the messenger. Don't shoot.
I'm just telling you. I'm telling you, Brownie would not have had that. Maybe Stu McGregor was there, and maybe
it was Brown because Brown got fired in '95.
Oh, I know.
And then McGregor came in.
Got hired, Rick.
Yeah.
That's where he got hired. Yeah, he's my boss for 2 years.
Yeah, that's
Wasn't that fun?
That's right.
That was a good time. Chased me all the way down to Utah, hanging out with the Mormons. That's what happened. Yeah,
Rick knows more about the teddy bear toss than he knows about the Canucks.
McGregor came after Brown in '95. I remember that.
Well, he was the assistant GM, Rick.
That's
Come on.
right.
That's right. Know your Blazers.
I know
okay,
that.
enough Kamloops Blazer talk here.
Move on.
Wikipedia says Kamloops, Ian.
Oh!
But other sources say it was Hershey in the early 2000s.
Wow.
I remember the Hershey thing, but I'm telling you, we did it and try. We did it better than anybody. My guy Tim Hinchy. If Hinch is listening right now, he's with the Canucks now. Do you know what? Have you met Hinch yet?
No.
Have you guys met Tim Hinchy?
The Canucks don't like us.
We don't meet anybody from the Canucks.
Canucks don't like us.
Hinch is a good guy. He's running the business side of things right now for the Canucks. They brought him in this summer. He's a good Rick. You would call him a good guy. I'm telling you right now, you call him a good guy.
Right.
He golfs and stuff. You know, maybe you take him up to that Whistler Golf Course that sponsors your show and make him buy because he's got Accolini's money. But just a good guy. Hinch was part of that. Ask him. He'll tell you. Yeah. It was all about us.
All right.
Hey, you don't have to kiss up to Toigo anymore. He's not your boss.
Hey.
Did I kiss up to him? I said that was one of the few good things he did. And he fired my guy Bayak, and he brought Bob Brown in, and he screwed up the franchise. You kidding me? Come on.
All right.
Yeah.
Western Hockey League history.
Yeah, and Kamloops is not getting credit for that. I'm telling you right now. So I know he can't say his name, but the old voice of the Blazers would he'll give you the scoop. He works elsewhere in town. So all right,
Patterson.
good.
All right.
Yeah.
Next week, Ian.
Jeff
Have
Patterson.
fun.